Hello and welcome back. Now I'm going to show you how to create menus in WordPress. It's very easy and straightforward. Well, sometimes it can become difficult depending on the type of template you're using, but there's a central place where menus are created, and I'll show you how to do that. Now, if you've created a lot of menus and things like that, you can create menu links for your website, add like an about us page, services page, contact us page, and things like that, and many more links. Now, how do you put that on the menu? Simply go back to your WordPress dashboard, then where you have appearance, you click on menus, and then this page loads. By default, it may look like this, even with a new WordPress installation or whatever template you're using. So let's create our menu, and this gives you the option to name what your menu would be. So for example, I want to give this a very descriptive name so that it doesn't become confusing, especially if I'm building a site for a client and eventually I would need to hand off that website and the client gives it to another person. You don't want to create more work unless you're wicked. So I would name this main menu. Then I say create menu. Now this is not the end of the steps. I've only created a container called main menu. Let's refresh our website and see what it looks like. So you can see it's still having all the menus there. So if I had like 500 pages, you will see all 500 menus here, and that will become very, very chaotic. So I want to specify what I want to be there. Now, to the left here, you have a widget. I told you to be conversant with that name, widget. So this is a widget that allows me to add pages to a menu, specific blog posts to a menu. I can add custom links. Custom links in this place would be if I wanted one of my menu links to take a user to somewhere else. Maybe I have like a second website, or I want to link maybe to Maryland or Amazon or something. I can put in that link here and then specify what the name of the link should be. Then categories in this place. This is the categories for my blog posts. So I want to add pages. There's no limit to what you can add to your main menu. Really, it's limitless, but it can be limited depending on the theme. So for example, I can have 5 main menu parent menus and then 10 sub menus and 15 sub menus and so on and so forth. They're all called levels. So there's first level, second level, third level, and fourth level. So I want to add the first level menus. So I would add home, I'll add sample page, and I'll add services. Then I'll say add to menu. Now you can see it has dropped that there. One cool thing is if I don't like the way this is, like this is the first letters of each of these menus, for example, is uppercase and the rest is lowercase. Maybe similar with this as well. I may want to have everything displayed in all uppercase. I can either do that via a plugin or CSS, or I can just rename it myself. And I can name this to anything. I can say about coffee shop. I can call it whatever I want. I can move menus around. So I can say let sample page be the first, let services come second, and let about coffee shop come last. And I can say let about menu be a sub menu of services. Now you can see this small text, it says sub item. Then I can say let sample page be a sub menu of about coffee shop. So what if I save this, what will happen is you have a page called services, and when you put your mouse over services, you will see about coffee shop, and if you put your mouse about on top of about coffee shop, you're going to have sample page as another sub menu. We can experiment and see how that is. And for that to happen, let's just add more menu items. I can separate this back. You can see it's just by um, dragging stuff under each other. That's how you create sub menus. Let me add, just for the sake of this tutorial, let's add these blog posts. Naturally, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't add blog posts directly to the menu. I'll create a page and then embed my blog posts on that page. I'll show you how to do that in like subsequent videos. Then let me add one custom link. I can say let this page go to, let it go to my personal Facebook page. So I know the link to my personal Facebook page. I'll just call it about the, no, I'll just call it the, you don't want to make your menu names to be too lengthy. So I'll call it the CEO and I'll say add to menu. Now these are all my menus that I want on my main menu. And then just down here, you have an option that says auto add pages. If you turn this on, what happens is any new page you create will get added automatically to this menu list and will become a parent menu. I don't like to leave this on because a website can have like 70 pages. So you don't want 70 menus as parent menus. That's just plain chaos. I rather add them there myself. But it now has an option that says display location. Now this is where you want this particular main menu to show. So I want it to show on the desktop horizontal menu. This will be the horizontal menu. Let it show on the desktop expanded menu. Now in this template, I don't know where the expanded menu is, but I can turn it on and see where it shows up. Then mobile menu. Now this would show this menu when someone visits the site on a mobile phone. So it may show like the hamburger icon, like that's that 3 lines, something like what you have in my browser here. So it may show it maybe somewhere here on the right or left or down or wherever the team developer has added that menu to. Then if I say footer menu, it would also show this menu in the footer. Then if I say social menu, then it means that wherever this template has the ability to show like your social media handles, it will display them there. So I can say this menu should be displayed in all these places at the same time. It's my problem. It's how I want it to show. And I can decide, oh, I want it to show only on the horizontal menu. Then create another menu that will show in the footer. Then create a third different menu that will show on mobile. It all depends on how you want to display your content to a user. But be careful when you're playing around with options like this, so you don't make your website user experience very inconsistent. So for example, case in point, you've added services to show on the desktop horizontal menu. I'm very sure you want it to show on the mobile menu as well. So if you're creating a separate menu for mobile menu and you omit services, then it means that the user can only see services when they are visiting your website from a laptop or a desktop or something that is above the screen size of mobile phones and tablets. So you need to be careful when you're creating menus, so you don't be overzealous and excited to create like so many menus all over the place and scatter your website. So let's refresh this page, and here we are. So this is our menu. Now this is the horizontal desktop horizontal menu. I can easily tell. This looks like it's the desktop expanded menu. This looks like the desktop expanded menu. This looks like the social menu. Remember we saw social menu, so this is Facebook page. So it looks like the social menu. Then for the footer, footer is at the bottom of the page. It might be yeah, this is where the footer is. Don't mind the arrangement of the site right now. Like everything looks scattered. We'll get to that point where we'll create like a proper landing page that looks clean, nice, and neat. So yeah, this is a footer. This is another social. It displays apparently from this template. It allows you to display the social menu in the footer as well. So I only want to display this in the desktop horizontal menu and the mobile menu. I'm not keen on creating a separate menu for mobile. So let me refresh this. And here you go. So you see that expanded menu is gone. And if you press F12 on your keyboard, it brings up this developer console. If it's Firefox, click on this. If it's on Chrome, it will be somewhere on the left here. So you click on responsiveness, and this is how your website will look like on mobile phones. So you can see the menu. This is your mobile menu. If I didn't enable mobile menu, then this menu will not show up. So it means that on mobile, the user will have no access to any menu content. So this is how you create menus and add content to the menus in WordPress.